Hello students, this is grade 5 science, lesson number 10, and today we are on reflecting light. So this is the diagram which is just showing the movement of light. You understand it later. As of now, let's start with this. When light shines on an object, it bounces off. When light shines on an object, it bounces off. So this is the light source, which is the torch, and here is something like a mirror, and light is beaming on the mirror, and from the mirror it is getting reflected going this direction. So reflection means bouncing off of light, bouncing of light. So the light, as you can see, is changing direction from this direction to this direction. So this diagram is showing from where the light is coming from to where the light is going after being bounced off. So how do you know that the light is coming from this direction? By just looking at the arrow. So this arrow is pointing downwards. So meaning to say, this is where the source is, and this is where the reflected light is going. And another interesting thing I want to talk about is the angle which is formed by the incoming ray is equal to the angle which is formed by the reflected ray. So this is the incoming ray. I'm saying incoming ray because it is coming from where the light source is, and this is the reflected ray. So this is the reflected ray. So this is the reflected ray, and this is the incoming ray. The amount of reflected light depends on the materials the object is made from. The amount of this light, so this is the reflected light, the amount of this light depends on one, materials the object is made from, and two, surface of the object. Materials the object is made from, and two, surface of the object. So in terms of materials, where they are made from, or the materials which are used to make different objects, we have some materials which are brighter and shine. Some materials are brighter and shine. A good example is glass. Glass is brighter and shine. And those materials which are not brighter and which are dull, those are the materials which do not reflect much light. Some materials do not reflect much light. Those are the materials which are partially brighter and they are partially shine. So when light shines on these materials, very little light bounces off. Very little light bounces off. So the object seems darker and dull. Bright and shiny objects reflect light the best. This is very important. Bright and shiny objects reflect light the best. Bright and shiny object reflect light the best. And this is glass. This is an object made from glass, so it is bright at the same time it is shiny. So this is one of the objects that reflect light the best. The more light an object reflects, the brighter it seems. The more light an object reflects, the brighter it seems. So a good example is moon. Remember, at the beginning of the topic I said moon doesn't produce light, or moon is not a source of light, but moon just reflects light from the sun. So the moon is brighter because it reflects more light from the sun. That's why it is brighter. It reflects a lot of light from the sun. On the surface of the object, we have some materials whose surface is shiny, smooth. Some materials have shiny and smooth surfaces, and some materials do not have shiny surfaces. They have a dull surface. So when rays of light hit shiny surfaces, the light are reflected in different directions. So this is a disc, and this disc, as you can see, it has a shiny surface. So when light hits this shiny surface, the rays are reflected in different directions. So when light hits the shiny surface, the rays are reflected in different directions. And another shiny surface is this. It's shiny, yes, because it has a lot of ice, and ice is shiny. So because ice is shiny, it's making the surface to also be what? To be shiny. Finally, let's think like scientists. All objects reflect light, yes, but some reflect light in a special way, and some reflect little amount of light. And those that reflect light in a special way, they allow you to see images of other objects in them. It's like there are some objects which reflect light in a special way, of which you are able to see yourself in them. A good example is a mirror. A mirror does reflect light. And if you are looking into the mirror, you see your face in the mirror. That shows that the mirror is able to reflect your face or light from your face. What you see is just the images of your reflection. So because what you see in the mirror is exactly your true image. So that's about objects that reflect light in a special way. So having reached far, allow me to stop there. If there are questions, you can always ask to the inbox.